Let's talk about something that keeps coming up online. Is whiteface the same as blackface? The short answer is no, they are not the same. And here's why. Recently, comedian Druski did a skit where he put on whiteface. He played a character that looked like a trailer park or hillbilly white guy. Tattoos, outfit, mannerisms. Some white people were quick to say it's offensive, that it's the same thing as blackface. But the history and the intent behind each are completely different. Blackface has a very specific history. It wasn't just makeup, it was a tool of oppression. Dating back to the 1800s, white performers would smear their skin with dark paint and exaggerate features like lips and noses. They turned black people into grotesque caricatures. These performances mocked black speech, culture, and humanity. And this wasn't just comedy, it was propaganda. Blackface was used to justify racism, to make black people look inferior, lazy, dangerous, or foolish. It reinforced stereotypes that fueled segregation, violence, and discrimination for generations. So when we talk about blackface, we're talking about something rooted in white supremacy. It's not just a joke, it's a system of dehumanization that still echoes today. So when we talk about blackface, we're talking about something rooted in white supremacy. It's not just a joke, it's a system of dehumanization that still echoes today. Now compare that to what Druski did. His whiteface character wasn't about mocking an entire race's existence. He wasn't exaggerating skin tone, noses, or lips. He didn't paint himself ghost white and create a centuries-long stereotype of white people being subhuman. What he did was put on tattoos, an accent, and a style that people often associate with poor white or hillbilly culture. You might not like it, you might think it's unfair, but it's not the same as blackface because there is no system in America where white people were enslaved, segregated, lynched, or denied rights for centuries based on caricatures of their skin color. There's no comparison in the history or the harm. There's no comparison in the history or the harm. And here's the irony. The same people who get upset over Druski putting on whiteface are often the ones who say things like, "Not all white people are bad," or "Slavery was a long time ago, get over it." Some even say, only 2% of white people owned slaves. As if that erases the centuries of oppression and the systems of inequality that came out of it. So on one hand, they want to downplay the reality of racism and slavery, but on the other hand, they act like a comedy skit is the same level of harm as generations of racist caricature, violence, and systemic oppression. So on one hand, they want to downplay the reality of racism and slavery, but on the other hand, they act like a comedy skit is the same level of harm as generations of racist caricature, violence, and systemic oppression. That's not just false, it's insulting to history. So let's be real, blackface and whiteface are not the same. One is rooted in centuries of racism, violence, and dehumanization. The other is a comedic role that might sting some pride but doesn't carry the weight of systemic oppression. Understanding that difference is not about letting jokes slide, it's about being honest about history. And until we can have that honesty, we'll keep having this same tired debate.